Hi everyone, welcome to the second vlog for Enchantress. In this vlog, I'm going to discuss how I started her and how we got to where we are today. I started out with a lot of groundwork and teaching her how to move her shoulders and hindquarters away from pressure. Once her basics were very good, I began ponying her off of my dressage horse, both in the arena and on trail rides. This provides amazing exposure and experience for the young horses. And once they get very good at it, you can even take them over small obstacles and cross-country fences. At this point, I also introduce tack and teach the leg and rein aids from the ground. The next step before the first ride is teaching them to be mounted. I teach my young horses to pick me up from a gate. This way they come to the ride as a partner and get used to me swinging a leg over while I stand safely on the gate. They also get used to the weight on their back and seeing you move out of both eyes and passing through the blind spot from the left eye into the right eye. This skill is easily translated to the mounting block later on. This is Tess's first ride. I hadn't planned on doing more than practicing at the gate, but it felt right to ask her to walk around. And as you can see, all of the prep work led to a very uneventful first ride. Many of our first rides consisted of just this: hacking to and from her large turnout, bareback and in a rope halter. This is one of our first rides with a saddle. I started with using the rope halter because she was more familiar with it and understood it better. I also started very simple with my aids, just focusing on getting her to follow each rein and move forward off the leg. You can kind of see that initially she wasn't really that ahead of the leg, but that's to be expected to start out. She doesn't really know what everything means just yet. So you can see here that I'm having to encourage her quite a bit to keep her going forward. Then as we hit the short side, she goes, "Oh, okay, I can go forward." And she actually tries a little bit of a canter, which I was pretty happy with, and it was very uneventful. So I just turned her to help her come back and focus on me again. We always want no drama and no additional rider interference when possible with the young horses. Here she is starting to work on the same things with a bridle. Mostly just working on getting her to follow each rein. She's already a lot better at being ahead of the leg. We're just keeping it nice and simple, letting her find her balance. And here's her first canter, where I kind of figured out that maybe the brakes were too well installed, as she stopped immediately when I said, "Whoa." Here we are a little further along, able to work into a little more contact. Ideally, I'd like to see her reach out a little bit more to the bridle, but she's just hiding a little bit as she doesn't have the strength and the balance yet to carry herself all of the time. But she will get there with time. I'm not too worried about it. And at this point, I also like to try and incorporate some trotting rails or any poles that might be out in the arena, just to give her more confidence with her footwork so that she can take that into confidence over fences. As you're about to see, she wasn't always so sure about the jumping. She kind of found her way over, and she got more confident as she went. The more experience I can give her with these little jumps, the better she will be when we try to make the jumps a little bigger. This was all fall of her 3-year-old year, and here I was really pleased because she was very confident. Fast forward to spring of this year, this is probably about February, and her first jump outside. You can see that she wasn't totally sure, but I was very happy with how bold she was, and she's starting to show a little bit of sass. I was a little worried for a while that she might be too quiet and too easy to make an upper level horse, but she's starting to show me that she does have that fire after all. And she even does a nice little change, but now she's also adding a little bit of spice of her own. Overall, I was really pleased with how she was jumping for her first school outside, especially because in the indoor she can be a little bit timid. So it was really nice to have her come out and really want to take me to the jumps. Here's her first little jump outside of the arena. As you can see, she got a little impressed and then had a bit of a play on the other side and went to run down the hill. I just came around again and she took it much more confidently. And again, I was really pleased with how she was, and I'm starting to see real glimpses of how good an event horse she could be. And here, this is her first little trip off the property. We got to school some cross-country fences in the arena. She really impressed me with her hind end. She really kicks up pretty high over the fences. And she started a little timid, but as you can see, she built in confidence as we went. And I'm really excited about her jumping ability and excited about the changes that we've created in just the last few months. And I look forward to sharing the rest of our journey with you as we progress in our journey towards the Young Event Horse Championships at